So back to this is not a true color camera. Say it's not a true color. If this were a true color camera, this right here would be a baby blue. That's how off it is. Do you know what baby blue looks like? It's kind of like this. Although this is much darker, brighter. This looks like almost like a blue-gray, doesn't it? Yeah, but it's not. It is not. So, this is a translucent type of paper. On this over here is this here kind of a heavy type of paper, right? And you got these heavies in here, right? And then you got your translucent in here. Oh God, it says, oh hell, it's got the trans word. The trans word. Oh God, it must be an evil. Anyway, so I will show you the difference of what it's like to not have a true color camera when you're trying to demonstrate color. Fucking sucks. Alright, so we've got black. You can see it does. Oh, we can handle black. It's a black. We can handle it. What is this thing that's black in it? What is that? A color shaper? What? An angle chisel? What's that for? What's that for? Oh my God. Okay, so I will answer the button question. Yes, I'm what's called a multidisciplinary artist. Anyway, so yeah, let's here. Now get that dirt up there. This here is cerulean blue. And unfortunately, it doesn't really show you quite how beautiful, but see that blue right there? And it's kind of a pretty blue, ain't it? Yes, indeed, it's a gorgeous blue, in fact. But it is difficult to get it anywhere near correct on this camera. But you can kind of see the pop of the blue in the light. If you've got an eye for it, you can kind of see that this is number 25 now. So I just did a short little video about this thing called True Color, right? So if you're taking photographs, you want a camera that has True Color capability. If it doesn't have True Color capability, you ain't going to get True Color, honey, unless you want to put it through a software program of some sort. I rather resent it, but yeah, it is something that sometimes you have to do. So we're just going to take this is the sucky part of it. You'll have to watch that other video to understand a little bit about what I may have to put this phone down for you a second here, because yeah. But it's a real pretty blue. One of these sticks is about $6, I guess, for one of these. So yeah, that's why they say starving artists, because you starve yourself to get your supplies, because you got to do your work, and it's just how it works. You're driven like a mad crazy person to do the stuff and the stuff with the stuff, and next thing you know, you're doing another stuff with the stuff, and then the next thing you know. Okay, so let me try and I don't, in fact, have a license to do this in public. I'm breaking some sort of law. Oh my God. So this is the translucent paper. Blardy blar, blardy blardy blar 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 blar. So you get the translucent paper, and then put this over here. You're gonna have to get, honey, if you got a problem with different colors, different skin colors. You got a problem with different skin colors, honey. You ain't going to be able to be no kind of artist, darling, because, you see, you're going to have colors all over your skin, honey. So anyway, so then you can do some blending, right? It's a blending. and the blend and the blend. Wee, wee, oh, isn't that beautiful? It's just a blending, you got the put in the blending. Okay, so let's do a smudge with the finger, or this finger. One of these dirty, filthy work hands is going to move the material so you can see the translucence of the paper. Baby, 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 see? Do you see it? I know you do, because you're such an artist, darling. You know everything about art. Do tell. Do tell. I'm what's called a multidisciplinary artist, darling. I'm on call with the city even, because I have a lifetime CV of artwork. It winds up an entire life of it, darling. So that's the translucent stuff. And if this were true color, it would not look like this sky blue. That's what some people would call it. It would have more of a little bit more of that kind of mildly, kind of a turquoise-ish. You can kind of see it right there. But you see how the camera lens works on this? We're going to look at the light. You understand how light impacts things, darling? Of course you do. There it is right there. You see it past the hand? There's the color, darling. Okay, so you got that one, and then you got this one. Dee 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 do 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 should we do do be do be do boo be do 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 do. Here, boopy doo, boopy doo, boo 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 doo doo doo, doopy doo. Okay, so you got this little sis, where the boy, 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 ooh, the boy, 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 ooh, the blah, blah, ooh, the blah, 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 the blah, 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 ooh, the blah, 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 blah. I'm doing this one so that you can. This is the heavy paper, remember, and that screeching is what happens when the blend demons start to scream. You'll say, ah, ah. Okay, so this is the heavy paper. You got the picture, kid? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Okay, then we're going to just lap on like that here. Now, where we could go from here, we got this ghost image, right? Where could we go from here with this ghost image? Huh? Could this be the front porch of a house? Could we angle this roof down like this? Could this be the trees, and the trees in the background, and this be the beginning of a sky? Think it could be that? Maybe it could be that. Is it possible? Phoenix, what are you talking about? I'm talking about what I'm talking about, and right now, you see? Now, if you were going to do landscape painting, my recommendation to you would be to have started this way, or with blue paper, depending on the daytime. Because it winds up that light is very important. People talk about the dark, you know. The dark is fine. There's nothing wrong with the dark. Gotta have the dark. That's just the way of life. But without the light, you can't even see shadows. So I just prefer the light. I like the details it shows. See you later.